I thought this was interesting about some of the current slang with the younger generation, Generation Z. Both my kids are Generation Z, both Chloe and Julian. And, Chloe is 22, going to be 23 in August. Julian is 19, going to be 20 in July 4th. And I have this list of slang which is being described as like cringe-worthy. And what is the origin of some of these slang terms? But the positioning on the story that I saw was, if you're using this slang, stop using it immediately because it's awful.
Who is it cringy to? Is it cringy to the Gen Z or is it cringy all around?
I think if Gen Z is using it, maybe they don't find it cringy, or maybe
the people who are actually incorporating it aren't that put off by it.
Okay.
Maybe this is a good question for Generation Z. Generation Z was born 1997 to 2012.
Did some boomer write this article?
Yeah.
Stop using the word. Listen.
So, listen, I can ask the question. Let me give you some of the slang. So, instead of YOLO, which YOLO is you only live once.
Right.
It's the kind of thing where someone like jumps off a ledge. Hey, you only live once, or they do something dangerous and oops, a split second after you've made a decision to do something, you say, oh, that wasn't a good idea. But YOLO, instead of that, it's being recommended that you use DIF-TP, meaning do it for the plot. Have you heard that one?
Oh, yeah, because you're the main character in your story.
Exactly. You're the main character in your plot. So instead of you only live once, YOLO, now I guess the new one, which is not as cringeworthy as YOLO, is now DIF-TP.
Okay.
Do it for the plot because you're the main character in your storyline.
Okay, I think I can frame this for us more easily. Gen Z is getting rid of YOLO. So YOLO has become the cringe phrase, and this is what you should use instead.
Oh.
That's the angle of the story.
Well, this says instead of YOLO, right?
Exactly.
So instead of using YOLO.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're still walking around, YOLO.
But yeah. I'm telling you what, YOLO was so 10 years ago anyway.
It is.
Yeah, YOLO is so decade ago. All right, here's another one. Instead of KK, that's like, okay, that became the cool thing. Oh, instead of going okay.
In a text.
It was KK, meaning that became okay. So instead of KK, so KK is now the cringe. Instead of that, you're supposed to write bet.
Like you bet. You bet.
Yeah. Yep, bet on it. You're on board. Bet. Bet means, yeah, like, you bet on it.
I like that.
Or, if you're in the casino and let's say you call out a bet and you say to, the dealer, let's say at a craps table, give me a quarter on the 8. And then they'll say bet, meaning that you didn't put the chip down, but they'll accept the bet. Some places will allow you to call a bet, other places will not, but a lot of times if you say, hey, give me a quarter, meaning give me $25, on the 8, and then they'll say, I bet.
Yeah.
They'll look at you, give you a nod, and say, bet that the bet is in.
Then there's other sketchy casinos that'll take the bet and say KK.
All right. So
KK.
KK is out. Now it's bet, B-E-T. Instead of LMFAO, laughing my effing ass off.
Oh, you put, right, okay.
Yeah. I put what?
You put an F in there.
I mean,
sometimes you can just do LMAO.
Yeah, so LMAO, but also to enhance that, you have the LMFAO.
Yeah, the other one doesn't hit the same rocks.
That's canceled. That's out. That's all cringed up good. So now it's IJ Bowl. IJBOL.
I just busted out laughing.
Burst.
I just burst out laughing. Yep. So there you go. That's a good guess. So IJBOL, that's replaced the LMFAO. All right. Stop using ROFL, which is rolling on the floor laughing, instead, you're supposed to use just a skull emoji.
Okay, I'm so glad you're explaining this to me because I was reading some YouTube comments last night.
Yeah.
And I read a funny comment and I was like, oh, that's hysterical. And then the reply was all these skulls.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
thought that they were shaming that person.
No.
But no, that means dead. Like you killed me. That was hilarious.
Yeah. So
right?
you died laughing. So the skull, if somebody responds to something funny that you said with a skull, it doesn't mean they want to kill you or wish you're dead.
That's the highest praise they can give you.
The skull is that they just died laughing, and there was a fast body decomposition, and now it's just a skull.
Very quick.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, some of these things go on. Don't shorten the word great by doing GR and number 8. Oh, that is so 10 years ago. It is so cringed up good. So for great, you don't want to do GR number 8. You just want to say slaps.
Yeah, I'm never going to say slaps. So just take me out of that one, right?
Slaps.
I'm not going to do great.
I'm all slaps. Just call me Slappy or Flappy. Flappy doesn't work here. All right, go ahead.
Never going to say slaps.
Yeah.
It's not me.
Yeah.
I'd be
like
faking
slaps. It's like
You
slapping,
say it
It's like
then.
slapping your knee.
All right, don't say diss. Now say clap back instead of
it. That's Michelle.
diss.
Michelle says clap back,
Clap
doesn't
back.
she?
No, she says
What does she say?
no. She back chat.
Back chat.
Yeah,
back
when
chat.
I
Okay.
like when she says something to me and I respond, it's all
Yeah.
I'm back chatting her. Stop, back chat. Don't back chat me. What am I, 6? What are you talking about? Don't back break. What am I, 6 years old? All right, fire. When something is really cool or you love it, fire. Oh, that's fire. That's out. Guess what? That's out.
Oh.
Now it's lit.
Can you still use the fire emoji?
I don't.
Or you're not even allowed.
But
I mean,
lit
it's a good question.
lit is back in style. 'Cause lit was like that's an oldie. So that's lit. I
Mhm.
remember that from when I was a teenager. That's lit. So lit is coming back around. So so instead of calling things gross, call them ick, ICK. Never say give me the 411 for the information because no one under 40 knows that 411 used to be the number for directory assistance.
Mm-hmm.
So you're supposed to stop using all that crap. Anyway. Stop calling people crazy. I'm sorry. No, cray. So stop to call crazy people cray, C-R-A-Y. Cray is now out, and now it's
Delulu.
Delulu.
Yeah, you know what's so funny?
For delusional,
Yeah.
Delulu.
I was hanging out with
By the way, that's D-E-L-U-L-U.
Thank you. Thank you for spelling
I was hanging
that.
out with my young mom friends,
Yeah.
and one of them said Delulu. And I thought, when I first heard it, I thought that was just her cutesy way of saying delusional. I was like, oh, that's so cute, Delulu. But it's a thing.
It's a thing.
There you go. That's the new slang directory. What's in, what's out. So now you're in the know from the MJ Morning Show.